Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, let's start with what's happening with the dollar and the dollar index. Clearly, you have the stimulus bill that has been passed right now. And with this, what's the kind of impact are we expected to see, and how is the dollar expected to perform from here on?
Hiral, so with the stimulus package approved and the first round of vaccine introduced, dollar index will remain under pressure in the coming days as well. Because the major hurdle for the dollar index or the appreciation that it had witnessed recently was due to the second wave risk, as well as the uncertainty with respect to what will happen with the package altogether. But since that is approved, and once the whole the main deal gets signed off by the Trump, I think this will play in as a bearish tone to the dollar index, and dollar index can correct more. Right now it is testing 90.04, 90.05. The whole package gets introduced into the economy, there will be more uh, red momentum that will carry on for the dollar index, and we can see it testing around 89.50 as well.
Right. And then with this, Ria, if you see with what's happening on the Indian rupee as well, clearly you have the COVID pandemic that drove the dollar rupee to an all-time high above 77 levels in FY21. And the fundamentals and technicals that we've been talking about have been pointing to a sustained recovery on the Indian rupee going into the next fiscal year. Rising oil prices, the roadblocks to vaccine rollout, do you think they could challenge the rupee bulls? How do you see that moving?
So, talking about the rupee, I think rupee is gaining strength right now because there is quite a dip that we have seen into the dollar index altogether. And if you see the relative, relatively the momentum that has accompanied rupee, it has not been that much, where it was, if you look at the dollar index, it almost tested 100 and so during these, pandemic level. And the rupee depreciated also in that tone. But while appreciation, we are seeing quite a barrier. Even if you look at the last 2 days trading sessions, the fall that has happened for even 10 to 20 paisa, it has been a lagging momentum. Okay, so the reason why is because I think rupee is getting support from the lower levels, but taking into consideration the whole fiscal measures that has been introduced, and for coming, on a shorter term, dollar index tone will be bearish, and this will work out positive in a positive tone for the rupee. And I think if there is no intervention from the rupee is is allowed to be float according to the supply and demand into the rupee. And for the current expiry, we can definitely see 73 30 levels, 73.05 levels on a shorter term.
Right. And then with this, if you talk about the pound as well, it snapped a 3 day winning streak. And clearly, everyone's looking at, the UK economy after the last minute trade deal was sealed with regards to where Brexit goes. You have the sterling, which has fallen almost 1% against the dollar. How do you see this entire scenario panning out with regards to where the pound goes?
See, I think pound was more sensitive to the Brexit news rather than the whole lockdown news that the UK is going on right now. So take into consider. So the main factor in for the recent bull boom into the pound was because there was a lot of bullish sentiment that the deal will get through and so forth. Now that they have agreed to they have agreed to the deal and there will be a signing off soon. uh, there is a lot of profit taking that is happening into the pound contract. So this is the major reason why there is sudden fall into the or there is a weakness into the pound right now, because there's a lot of profit taking that is happening since the event has passed. But the major risk to this momentum will be the deeds that will come out of these deals, because there is no clear news from both the parties, or there is no clear outline that has been introduced to the public as to what the deal has accompanied and what are the you know the basic grounds that they have come to terms with. The deeds have not been disclosed of the deal. So this is the major risk that is pertaining with the pound momentum. And plus, obviously, the strict lockdown measures and the COVID-19 progression that has happened into the UK is definitely playing negative for the pound, and it has not just weakened against the dollar, but it has weakened against the euro as well, due to these major progression of event into the UK.
Right. And what's your view with regards to where the Japanese yen is concerned? Because clearly, if you go to see, do you think it's pretty much in a vulnerable position, particularly against growth-linked currencies, say the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, or the Canadian dollar as well? Because clearly, the yen somewhere. I mean, what would your fundamental forecast be?
I think talking about the yen enjoys safe haven status, and right now the safe haven are not attracting much of the bullish pull, because there is the vaccine situation and so forth, and this is the reason why all the emerging currencies are gaining attraction. It's not just rupee, but even the Australian dollar that has gone stronger in the coming days. So talking about the yen altogether, I think the major uh, bullish uh, sentiment that can come into the yen will be with respect to the how the new currency framework, the whole policy framework the central bank will set forth, because they have said that they are working on a new framework with respect to their policy and will be coming forth shortly. They have extended their policy release, but I think the new policy framework is what they are working right now, and this will have a major impact onto the yen into the coming days. So apart from this, I think if there is a bullish sentiment into the market and there is risk of happening into the market and the emerging market as well as currency grain traction, there will be some bearish sentiment onto the safe havens yen included.
Hmm. Right. So, any strategies that you would want to recommend, Ria, taking the current money market into consideration?
I think one can definitely go long into the euro. In today's session, it has been quite a zigzag momentum, but it has
Mhm.
supported the intraday support of 89.90. So I think above 90.22 is somewhat, if the euro INR breaches the resistance of 90.22, it will definitely test the levels of 90.43, 90.50 into the coming sessions. So go long into the euro INR above 90.22 for a target of 90.40, 90.50 with strict SL of 90 for the coming session. Pound will be a little the trade in it will be a little risky, but you can go short into the pound below the levels of 1990, 1918 for a target of 99. If it breaches the if it breaches the level of 99, the next level that you can go forward is 9088. Now 98.88 is a major support into the pound. If the pound breaches the support of
Mm.
98.88, it will witness a very strong bearish momentum. So keep 98.88 as a major support into the pound right now. So you can short the pound below 99.18 for a target of 99.98 with a
Mhm.
strict SL of 99.35. Talking about yen, I think if you look at the momentum of the yen for the past four trading session, it has been in a bearish sentiment, but the we are nearing to the closing session, closing trading time. So I think if the pair closes on such a note, it will be a flat candle accompanied by a long shadow. This indicates that there is a support into the pair from the lower levels. So I think if the sentiments remain the same and there is a green opening into the yen into the coming session, and it breaches the resistance of 71.05, you can definitely go long into the yen for a target of 71.25, because I think if it opens on a greener on a positive if it gives a positive open, it will definitely go towards filling the gap that we have seen today into the Jan contract. There was a gap down today into the Jan contract. So I think it will definitely go to fill up that gap. So above 71.05 yen, JPY INR is positive, and you can go long for a target of 71.25 with stop loss of 70.85.
Right. So these are strategies that we should be focusing on. Thank you, Ria, so much for joining us on the show. We will be back on Thursday with Ria to get you more strategies and views. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in as well.